everybody, Photo Girl here. Today I'm going to review Roman Holiday, which is another Audrey Hepburn movie. She plays a princess in Rome, and she is just hilarious right away in this movie. She's playing with her shoe when they're announcing guests at the palace and whatnot, and she sits down and she actually has her shoe off and is just plain funny right away. She is just hilarious. Later that night, she gets so distressed because people are like, you gotta meet this person tomorrow and this person and the newspaper wants to speak to you and all that. She gets so distressed that they actually sedate her with drugs. And in the middle of the night, she runs away. And because of the sedative, she actually is found passed out on the bench by Joe Bradley. He's a newspaper reporter. He has no idea who she is, so he actually takes her home with him. And, has her, sleep in his house to make sure she's okay and everything. And the next day, he actually goes to do an interview with the Princess Anne, and her queen or mother and family and whatnot, they make a big lie saying that she's ill instead of missing the whole movie. So he's like, oh, okay, so I guess I won't get this interview. And he actually makes a bet with his boss on actually getting an interview with her. And, he goes back to his place and is still there. And he actually figures out that she is a princess, but he actually pretends to not know who she is throughout the whole movie. And they actually go on all these adventures and whatnot. They're cute adventures. I don't remember much of them. So the only part I really remember very well was when they go visit the statue. It's a giant tiki type of thing. I don't know. It's very African statue, and it's got a big hole in its mouth. And this movie was filmed in 1953. It was all in black and white and all that. But I feel like this is one of the first movies that actually did this scene. She sticks her hand in the mouth at first, everything's fine, and he actually sticks his hand in the mouth and he pretends that he loses his hand. It's an old joke, but I feel like this is one of the early movies that actually do that. I should probably actually look up and try and figure out which movie that actually did that first, but it was just funny. Other than that, it was an okay movie. It wasn't my favorite of the Audrey Hepburn movies. It was an okay movie. It could have been better, but, it was okay. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5 stars on the movie. It was honestly one of the first black and white movies I've seen of her too, so I'm not saying that had to do with the how I enjoyed the movie that much, but it was okay. I also had some issues where it kept flickering because it's old film, which is probably one of the issues with older movies, but it was an okay movie. I probably wouldn't suggest watching it because it's really not that exciting. It's got some funny parts, but yeah, it's okay. It's not one of my favorites. I think Breakfast at Tiffany's still my top one, so I think that's all I gotta talk about. So everybody have a fantastic day. Goodbye.